Okay, this is Spray Paint Art Secrets, and today we're going to paint the planets in our solar system. Now, I couldn't fit them all on this paper, but I got a whole bunch of them there. And the first thing I'm going to do is I mark out where they go. So that big one is the sun, and as you can see, I'm filling it with yellow paint, and then I'm going to put some orange and some red. And then I want my sun to have a little bit of texture because it's like sunspots, so I use a little bit of newspaper to give it that texture. I crumple it up and I put it on that paint and I get that effect. And then I make it just a little bit brighter by adding a little yellow. Okay, so now I want to make a really cool looking Venus, and I'm going to do that by putting a bunch of underpainting colors on first. And some of the colors that I see in the pictures of Venus are the greens and the yellows and the blues and the oranges and some tan colors. So that's what I'm putting on, and I'm putting it on in those stripes. And then I'm taking a little bit of a white color and I'm using a little bit of foam, like from a paint roll. And I'm drawing in some of those foggy effects, like the gases swirling around. And when I get that just the way I like it, I put some shadow on the bottom and I put some light on the top part, and I have a really cool looking Venus. And that's going to be my Earth, so I'm going to make it mostly blue and green. And a little bit of white on my foam again. And I'm going to draw in some of those swirling storm clouds. Swirling clouds that are on the planet. And then I'm going to shade the bottom with a little bit of dark, and then I'm going to shade the top with a little bit of light so that the planet has a dark side and a light side. And it's going to be a beautiful planet once we put the sky all around it. You'll see in just a moment. So I'm going to make some of my other planets. I'm not making them exactly as they look because I don't know exactly how they look. They look kind of far away, so you can't really tell a lot of times. But that's some red one, and that's going to be my Saturn. I know Saturn's kind of a dull planet, so I made it kind of a dull color. And again, you put the color on, and then you put a little shadow on, and perhaps a little light. And I'm keeping going, making more planets. That one I put a little light color underneath and a little dark color on top. And then I use a little newspaper to create a pattern on it, and then I'm shadowing it with a little bit of metallic color. So I'm just wrapping up the rest of my planets now, making each one a little bit different, a little interesting, using different combinations of colors. Sometimes I use newspaper, sometimes I use a little bit of poster board, which gives a different kind of effect. And sometimes I use the foam. I'm getting all kinds of different kinds of planets that way. Okay, so now we're about ready to put the sky on. Now our planets are done, so we're going to cover them up with some plates, and then we're going to put the sky around them. And the plates are going to protect them so that those pretty effects that we made are safe underneath those plates. And anybody can do this. You just got to try it. You can make a gorgeous solar system with just these simple materials. So now I'm putting my sky on. I'm just putting black everywhere, and then I'm going to put some light around the sun, some warm light. So I'm going to start with my red, and I'm going to use a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow. And we're going to have a beautiful hot sun. There we go. And now I'm going to put some galaxies and some lights in the sky. So I start with white because I'm going to paint with a transparent metallic color on top of that white so that I have a bright light in my sky. And then I'm going to put some stars on by putting some white paint onto my paint spatula and shaking them onto the painting. It's that easy, and you can make a whole solar system. Now we take our plates off, and look at that. There's Venus. There's the Earth. You can do it too. So one cool thing that you can do is you can put rings around planets with just a hard piece of poster board. You just draw them basically. And then if you want some stars in the galaxy, some, brighter, sometimes there's brighter stars and darker stars, you poke a little bit of hole in a poster board and then you can spray through that with some white or whatever color you want to use, and you can make little stars, little highlights in your painting. And it makes a big difference. Make sure you have different size stars. And there we are. Part of our solar system. You can do it too. So come check out Spray Paint Art Secrets and find out just how much you can paint.